They remade
No, but
Happy
they
Humble.
remade Happy Humble Burger Farm, no, or Burger Barn, and they made it
What
into
are
a
you
farm now.
talking about?
No,
are
talking
you,
about,
are you
Anima
speaking?
Happy's Humble Burger Barn got remade, and it's a new game that's
Guys,
pretty
when they
good.
remade Humble Burger Barn.
Alright, I'm gonna leave tonight like
No,
that.
no, no.
Goodbye.
No.
You can stop me. Give me one reason I shouldn't leave right now.
You're not cool.
Your mom.
An even better reason to leave. Let's go.
Oh, I guess you're right. I mean, you are gonna get in trouble now.
I mean, he can sneak. Guilty gear stride. Whoa, shut up with your
Give me one reason I should leave.
But yeah, I have been thinking about the Ultra Kill
Wondering
lore.
enough.
I've been thinking about the Ultra Kill lore
I can
because
listen to that on my own time, Ethan.
No, you can't. You can only listen to here.
the reason I've been thinking about it is because I
bro,
was rewatching my stream and I realized that at the beginning of the game it says that the name of the machine that you are is V1. So V2 is like, I guess, the successor of the robot that you are. But like, what actually is the robot's goal? They say that the underworld has filled up.
Yo,
So I'm assuming. So
like,
I'm
wait,
assuming. Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Sean,
Yeah.
get the Borderlands Handsome Collection. It's $15 right now. It's normally $229.
It's how much right now?
I'm sorry.
15.
$15 for $200. The-
Yeah, it's $200 worth of game,
I don't
and
have
it's
that much money.
$15 right now.
I don't have
It
that much
gives
money.
you Borderlands 2 and all of its expansion packs. It gives you the pre-sequel.
What the
Yeah,
heck
they
even is the
basically just
pre-sequel?
put on
Why not just
entire-
call
What
it
is it called,
Borderlands 1.5 or something like that? The
Ethan, what is it called?
pre-sequel is the dumbest name I ever heard.
Borderlands Handsome Collection.
Give me the year and
Borderlands 2 and Borderlands pre-sequel and every single DLC to ever exist. At the same time, Borderlands 3 is also $15.
Ethan, I've found out that one of the
Handsome
most
Collection.
expensive games on all of Steam is the Sakura Succubus Ultimate Collection.
Alright, I'm looking it up.
It's $300.
94% off.
Why is it on such a high sale?
Because it's Borderlands.
And it's Borderlands, man!
What do you think?
So, what, the
Ethan, I
devs are
hate
just
to break
being
it to
nice
you.
to us?
Ethan, I hate to break it to you. I don't think I have enough money to get it.
You don't have $15? Which,
What do you mean this is like the most expensive thing? It's $224. It's 50% off right now.
I really wish you could buy things with
Oh my God, why is this so
the
much?
points shop.
oh my, but what do you
What is
mean?
all this?
Literally,
Why
when
is
I
it
go,
all here?
it was listed at the top of most expensive for games.
Ethan,
I think you have to go to like my store, right? And then you go to like,
Ethan, I have a song for you.
or you go to like the featured page.
Ethan, I
Go
have
to
a
the
song for
and
you.
then
Here
you go over here to like
Chakra Sadist? Or Sadist? Sorry?
no,
Ethan,
no.
listen to the song.
You're just not telling the truth now.
I'm at the
Categories.
Winged Cloud Bundle, which has every single Sakura game.
Ethan, Minecraft type beat.
Hell yeah. And the total price right now is $229.61.
You go to like browse all, right? And now it's at like top wish listed, I think.
One shop? Wait, how is this top wish listed? I can really
Top
get
wish
like,
list is
two of
Dying
them.
Light 2, then Elden Ring,
As
Party
it should
Animals,
be.
Hollow Knight, God of War on PC, the day before, Vampire,
Oh, that's fine.
Bloodlines 2, Warhammer, Stalker, Starfield, Kerbal Space Program 2,
You're Japanese.
Warhammer,
Hold up.
Frostpunk,
Ooh,
Dwarf
Kerbal-
Fortress, Lost Ark, and then
Space
Carlson.
program.
Yeah, Kerbal 2.
All right, Ethan, I'm gonna put this in and goodbye.
I'm kind of vibing here, not gonna lie.
Well, yeah, I just went to, what's it called? Like, the... How do I just sort by most expensive? It doesn't
How do you
matter.
find top wish listed? I don't know where to find that.
Oh, you have to. It's really annoying. You go to the featured page, then you go to upcoming, and then it should say stop top wish list, and you click browse all.
That is quite annoying. Elden Ring, yeah, makes sense. Hollow Knight Silksong makes sense. The day before, I don't even know what the hell that is. Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2, that makes sense. Carlson, hell yeah. Frostpunk 2, oh, that's interesting.
It's called the Winged Cloud bundle. It is
Yeah, that's literally what I was looking
$284. Yeah, I feel like I probably shouldn't look at this.
I mean,
Twitch about to ban me, bro.
I might pay that money.
But what does it even include? It includes the 5 games. Where does the rest of the $200 come from?
The Winged Cloud bundle. Did you press it? Did you press bundle info?
I honestly don't really want to look at it on stream, my guy.
Well, it's got like every single game.
How do I get a hair in my mouth mid-boss fight? How do you even do that?
Lol. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I will be immediately back.
It's impossible to regen health when you're fighting this boss. You just have to be borderline perfect. Like, you have to be right up in his face to get any health back. It says in the official tips that if you want to regen health off of him, you have to stay back and then let him come up to you. But even then, any health you do regen, he immediately takes off of you because you're so close to him. How does this shotgun have double the reach of mine? I mean, I guess he is V2, but like... Could they have made the difficulty curve any steeper? Caps lock on. Caps lock. Oh, stop it. Not that. He really does not seem to be very happy with me. No. Okay. What happens if I stand still? What does he do? You know, I thought it'd be killing me faster, considering I'm not doing anything. Why did it take him so long? Bro, I'm getting so close and then I'm just he's just cheesing me at the end, bro. Look at that, bro. Like, I just can't hit the coins, bro. Boom. Look at that! I swear this gotta be like a real AI or something. How does he know exactly what my strategy is and then adapt to it? I mean, it's difficult, but like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What is this, like, freaking Metal Gear Solid? Do I have to, like, plug the controller into the other port or something? No! He was on like 1 health! I could've just switched to the thingy. Why didn't I just switch to this thing and then do that? Get him, get him, get him. No, what? Literally, one more pistol shot would have killed him there. I'm so close. I can do it. I know it. No, I messed up the thing. Okay, he wasn't anywhere near me and I just died. Cool. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, this boss is so stupid. I keep getting him down to like 1 and then dying.
Watch me play ULTRAKILL and get him first try.
If you do that, I don't care. Cool. I'm good for you.
I know, but like you're struggling. So
No, I just
hard,
needed to take a break yesterday because I was getting upset. I swear, it's like he's an actual robot. Like, I swear, every time I try a new strategy, he somehow changes the way that he's playing around it. Like, mid-fight. The AI just becomes a different AI, and he's like, oh, what? You decided that... It's like playing against a chess player or something. Aha, I've seen you move your pawn one move, so now I know exactly how I will checkmate you at the end. Like, because, like... Honestly, bro, chess is like the most daunting sport to get into because of how much many people have already played chess and know how to play chess.
Yeah, like honestly, we're all so behind the meta. Like really
bro,
don't know about the double gold donkey meta. Like, bro, that was like so 1500.
Honestly, bro, Queen has been meta for too long. When is the next patch coming? It's so sad that devs
Seriously.
abandoned this game. It had such potential.
I heard that rumor a lot, but apparently, I don't know if it's true, man.
I mean, who knows? Maybe they could release Chess 2.2 eventually.
Chess 2?
No, I was referencing GD.
Oh.
Man is laughing like Sans nowadays, bro.
Wait, the last night, I think I heard about that game. Oh, Outlast Trials. Ooh, I want to play that so too. I'll play that so bad. What really scares me is, what's it called? Is like the security breach titles and thumbnails that will eventually make their way into my like recommendations. I'm terrified of that. I really am scared of spoilers. I don't want to spoil myself. I'm specifically going to tell my brother not to like spoil the game for me.
What?
He's probably gonna end up having videos on me.
Why is this boss so hard at the end? I'll get him down to like 0 HP, and then he just like whips out the Kirito hacks mode or something.
Alright, my main question is how does Outlast and Outlast 2, how are they like the same, like how are they still in the same series? Like they are vastly different.
I don't know how most of the Resident Evil games aren't that similar.
Well, yeah, but they're all in one overarching story. Outlast 2 has nothing to do with Outlast 1. At least from
I
what
suppose,
I've
but like what I'm saying is that now, looking in retrospect, I did it! He's dead!
Good job.
Oh, I got a... What the heck is... Oh, I got another arm. I upgraded my punch. Wait, I could change my arms? Okay, wait, so this arm punches faster, and this one punches slower. But I'm assuming it's gonna be more powerful. Alright, well,
Yeah.
I did it. I beat the boss.
Now
D
you can
rank.
Now you can progress.
What? How is that possible? Alright, I guess we're in Lust now.
Oh.
Weapons, arms.
Oh, so it's taking you through
Knuckle.
through the 7,
Yeah.
no, that's 7.
The first one is called Limbo. Next one is Lust. Slow punch with high damage and knockback. Hold punch to blast shells inside the knuckles, causing a shockwave. Wait, so I can like...
Taking you through the oh wait, that's cool. It's taking you through the 9 circles of hell. Oh,
Yeah.
I like Ultimate a lot more now. Anything that has to do with like Dante's Inferno, I immediately love. Except I didn't like the game Dante's Inferno. Sue me. I really need to stop ending sentences with that.
Why do you just so random to like just randomly mention to people like, hey, by the way, I didn't like Dante's Inferno. Sue me. I don't even know what that is.
It's a okay, but do you know the actual story, Dante's Inferno?
It's a book about what an author imagines the 9 circles of hell would look like, where each one is based on how bad the sin that you committed was.
Yes.
I know
EA
about
decided
it.
to make a game out of that.
I know, but like, what? I've never seen any gameplay of it. I didn't know it existed until just now.
Think of God of War and Devil May Cry, but bad.
How on earth could you mess either of those games up?
I don't know. Well, Capcom messed it up once. They messed up Devil May Cry once, and it's called DMC Devil May Cry. The graphics may be good,
Ooh.
and the gameplay may be
so
good.
Cool! It's like a big city. Ah! I immediately fell off.
You see, the graphics of DMC Devil May Cry may be good. The gameplay may be good, but the story is so bad.
Hello.
And the character, Dante in that game is so unlikable.
I asked
hate
her
him.
if she wanted to do something. She said no. She was busy.
No, I said I had stuff to do.
Yeah, no. She was busy.
Okay.
I'm also
Dante
live
in
streaming
DMC
currently.
Devil May Cry
I just wanted to confirm that I didn't.
is like, he's not my wacky
I
wacky
never
man.
claimed that
He
you
is just-
did.
I will confirm it to Mom.
God, I hate him.
Nor did I
hate him so
claim
much.
that to Mom.
Hey guys, thank you for taking care of yourselves and everybody else. Well, I took some sleep.
Have a good day at the workplace, Mother.
Thanks. I don't have work for the next 2 days after this. Thank you. Ooh, like that.
I feel like this fits the vibe of the game overall. Actually, this place is more purple, so let's go with the purple vibe. Excuse me, remote. Remote. Remote, are you going to work? There we go. I feel like it's more like a pinkish. There we go. That fits this area.
I already like. Really, it's just, I don't know. Hell is fascinating to me. I don't know why. Any game that has to deal with like forces from hell is so fascinating. That's why I absolutely love it. And why? But that doesn't explain why I don't like anything else from. I mean, Quake is kind of cool. I like Quake. Wolfenstein. Okay, I'm going. If this opinion gets out public, I'm probably going to die. I did not like Wolfenstein. I liked Youngblood. I liked Wolfenstein Youngblood. I did not like Wolfenstein, A New Order. Or New Order, whatever. I did not like it. Maybe I'll...
Bro, all the enemies getting yeeted around.
The game just feels... It doesn't feel right. It feels like something's off about Wolfenstein 1. Like the part of the reboot series. Not like what they rebooted that series like 4 different times. But the current reboot that
was fun.
The first game feels off. Like, yeah, I played through Youngblood first, and that was probably a mistake.
This guy, you're not gonna get up to defend your brother? Bro, this guy's such a terrible friend. His brother just got killed, and he's just sitting there holding his orb. How did I miss?
It feels off.
What?
I think if I'm gonna play Wolfenstein, I'm just gonna skip the first one. I'm just gonna go to the second one. Even though, like, oh, you gotta play the first one, I understand the first. The gameplay is just so I hate it. I don't know why. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like I should be like flying through levels similar to Doom. You know, since they're made by the same developer, I would imagine that they're
when the game developer doesn't make the same exact game but twice.
Well, okay. With Wolfenstein, you can either go stealth or go guns a-blazing. Yet every single time I decided to go guns a-blazing, it didn't work.
It's because the game is difficult.
I had it on normal.
Bro, I am also playing ULTRAKILL on normal, and I just experienced quite a bit of difficulty with that boss.
But ULTRAKILL is breakneck fast, which is why it's hard. That's not why, like, okay. The reason why I found Wolfenstein to be an annoying piece of garbage to play was because the recoil was worse than Rust.
No way is that possible, bro. You're talking about...
I'm exaggerating there, but like, you know, the recoil was... I couldn't even control it. I couldn't control the recoil. So my bullets would go everywhere that's not the enemy. And then they would have, like, the aimbot hack that apparently they've been practicing for years to play the game, and yeah, they would kill me almost immediately. I went from normal down to easy, and it didn't make the game any easier.
Alright, and that is Act 1 of World 2. I don't really know what to call these. Are these like Chapter 2, World 2?
Just call it the different rings. Like,
alright, so that is level 2 of Lust completed, and now we're on to level 2. Wait, I didn't mean level 2, I meant level 1. Shh, I'm very, very smart. Alright, death at 20,000 volts, so I'm assuming this is where I'm gonna get the thingy? The electric gun?
I mean, Devil May Cry is pretty cool. The only similarity
What is that?
Had,
oh, that is terrifying.
I don't know what it is, and I don't want to see because I want to be scared.
Okay, you don't want me to show you? Basically,
No,
in the second level of Lust, just go on top and, like, look out at the world.
Oh.
I really hope I don't have to fight whatever that is.
Those are some famous last words. You will 100% have to fight that thing.
Oh.
Whatever it is. This is a boomer shooter you're talking about. Do you remember the final boss of Doom Eternal? Yeah. I think you do.
I suppose, but this is only World 2.
Well, you just have to fight a breakneck version of yourself. I don't think it's stranger to,
But yeah,
you know.
what are the robots' goals? Why is both robots here? Like it says, humanity has fallen, so why is there any need? And now the underworld is full, but why does it matter? If there's no humans left and only robots, they don't have souls anyway.
Okay.
So why does it matter? Why are the robots here? And if V2 is just the second version of us, shouldn't he have the same goal? Why did he try and kill us? Or they, I don't know what the gender of the robot is.
The robots are probably genderless. They're all GoPros anyways, it doesn't matter. That's not canonical, I'm just saying that as a joke.
Like, and if that's the case, what's the point? Why would it bother to kill us if we have the same goal?
Well,
plus, we don't even provoke it. It just shows up in the final act only to fight us.
Okay. Think about it. What was his design? I saw a glimpse, and...
he's like a Pathfinder.
Okay, well, so are you. But, like...
What? No, I mean, like, both of them look the same.
Did he have
V2...
wings? Did he
Yeah,
have some kind of
V2
wings?
is also... is like us, but with wings. Well, we also have wings. You can see it on, like, the banner. Like, the Steam page. But their wing... They had more wings. Their weapons appear to be the same as us.
My guess, V2 is part of, like, the more, like, angelic part of the game, because I know what the final boss of this current
Well, I know that there are angels due to the fact that I played the infinite mode and they started to show up.
Well, okay.
Okay, cool. So that one leads to there. This one, where does this one at the top go?
Is voiced by probably one of my favorite voice actors, because he made a lot of the funny memes on YouTube. For example,
this one, where does it go?
SCP-096 is balling on the court right now.
Is that one?
Or like a McDonald's ice cream machine. I'm always broken, and I just pissed my pants.
And this one leads over here, and down here, over there, and in here. So there we go. Well, that man is currently not alive, if I'm being honest. Okie dokie.
Machine trans rights now. On its way to run trans rights. Right. Machine, my dad just grounded me and he won't read me Bible stories tonight. You call shooting a coin a martial art?
Yes?
100101010.
What happened?
Nothing. We just have to talk.
I don't know, when you say that, it sounds awful concerning.
First of all, just a random question.
How can this be? Bested by this and GoPro. Machine, I'm dying. Please stop beatboxing. Or cancel the machine said a curse word in my Christian Minecraft server. Freak. You let a mere machine violate the rules of the holy server? I was expecting a battle of wits, but you appear to be unarmed. Your mom sucked me to my jorts. They don't know. I am the righteous hand of the Father. I'm about to go fight. I'll post the video after. Bruh. Yes. Yes, I am. You have? Cool. Yeah. Why do you think I've been recommending it? Sigma grind set. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Mm-hmm. So his wife doesn't exist. I'm gonna play the ULTRAKILL demo. Yep. I'm gonna. Let me grab the board. Oh, what? Yo. Oh. Well, that's a cool mechanic. Alright, ULTRAKILL demo. What am I at right now? Oh, it actually really close to 10 hours. Yes. I guess. There's no meme. I think that's a goal. Oh god. We're gonna go to standard. Just gonna go to prelude. I'm gonna go to double down. Alright, hold on. Field of view. Yeah, I know. I know that. Down skilling. I'm relearning the pace of this game. But it's been a while since I played a fast-paced shooter on PC, so I'm just kind of relearning the pace. I just shot that man in the leg. Me neither. True. Whenever I use a nail bomb, my game kind of lags. What is that? Oh, okay. Oh, it's the sword man. Hold up.
Um, have you ever put like egg drop in your ramen?
Yeah, I tried it.
Do you like it?
Yeah,
Or not really?
I do. Who doesn't like eggs in their ramen? Alright, we're on to level 2-3. Can I upgrade the cannon? Screwdriver fires a powerful drill that sticks to an enemy and deals damage over time. The drill causes enemies to bleed continuously with extra healing range, and malicious fires an instant beam that causes a large explosion on impact, similar to a certain familiar face. Wipes out groups of weak enemies with ease. I'm buying that first. Sheer heart attack. Is that a JoJo rep? Wait, there's underwater in this level. Yo! Hopefully there's no oxygen, though. I guess I'm a robot, so I don't know why there would be. Okay, is this a secret already? How do I find this? Or is this just part of the level? Okay, here's what I want to know, right? How does this work? It says a certain familiar face, but I don't know what it's talking about when it references that. I guess probably the face, you know? What did you make? Doesn't that happen whenever you parry it? Yo, I like the underwater physics. It's like, it's not like swimming, but you can jump immediately out of it. Like when you press jump, it automatically goes as high as you can, which is kind of fun. He gave up. I mean, probably, honestly, kind of smart for him. Kind of a smart plan. Oh, it's broken. Hey, bro, have a taste of your own medicine. Okay, so I'm assuming if I turn off all the water control stuff, then I can go up here. Oh my gosh, I care. Okay, I have to check. Is there like a room down here or something? Maybe? Is it like under the thing? Okay, you just instantly die, so there isn't a reason to go down there. Dang, Daniel, or oh, is it Keanu? Again? Well, then what the heck are they gonna put on other than Keanu for the Matrix? This is such a scam. What is it? Ethan, what is it? What does it have to do with the Matrix, though? Is the Matrix about aliens? I thought it was about computers. Then again, every time I've tried to watch it, I haven't had a single tiny bit of comprehension on what the movie was even about. Well, I know what it's vaguely it's about. It's about a dude that discovers that the whole world is like a battery that drains humans for their energy while keeping them in like a secret reality, like inside their own minds, so that way, and then when you die, it's because your body has run out of energy, and the AI has drained you. Kinda reminds me of me and your mom. Really? You're not gonna laugh at my humorous joke, Ethan? Which would be? Oh, there was a serial killer, that, like, not a serial killer, it was like a serial break-in dude. And he would, like, he wouldn't actually, like, do anything. He would just break into people's houses and stand next to their beds while they were sleeping and sprinkle baby powder on his feet so it would leave an imprint so you would know he was there watching you sleep. That sounds not stressful at all. Wait, what the heck? I swear to God, I just saw like a secret orb there, but I guess it's this thing. What, did you get Ito or something? Are you gonna even roll for Ito? Like, even one run roll? What are you saving for? Is there something in particular you're saving for? Oh yeah, Shenhe. You know she also kind of is terrible, right? Well, actually, she did get buffed according to leakers, but like her original kit. Like, listen, right? Okay, here's why. This is why I say the Kokomi was probably my least favorite thing that ever happened to Genshin. It's because whenever you criticize a character's kit, all the people that love that character come out the woodwork to say like, "Oh my gosh, you're a terrible person. Characters aren't only for meta. Kokomi is the best character ever, and I'm gonna heal every Hu Tao main just to prove it." I'm not critiquing the character. Kokomi is great. I'm critiquing MiHoYo for giving her a kit that doesn't make any sense. Like, it feels like they've stopped putting effort into building a character's kit out. Shenhe's kit is super weird. So is Kokomi's. But people will still be like, "Oh, they're the best character ever and you just suck. How dare you criticize them ever." But it's but I'm just saying that, like, just so to promote Genshin. Like, once again, this is exactly my point. Shenhe is cool. If you want Shenhe, that's also cool. However, MiHoYo should have given her a more useful and kit that actually made any sense at all. Instead of just making her Eula but worse and using a polearm. And yet, they're still the same rarity. They still cost the same amount of IRL money to get. As a pre-existing character. They just made a pre-existing character worse. Once again, if you consider, if you consider, it depends what you consider, like, like, being a good character to be. Can she beat every story quest? Oh, most definitely. They're super easy. However, I consider a character's true use to be defined in whether or not they're useful in the Abyss, because it's really where the game tests the characters that you use. And there are some characters that no matter how well you build them, they will never be useful in the Abyss, and that is MiHoYo's fault. Because every single class of characters can be useful in the Abyss. So, it's not exactly like every character in the Abyss is an insane main DPS. Like, it's just that some supports don't make any sense, or some healers don't make any sense. And so what the heck is going on with their kit? Especially the newer ones. It feels like MiHoYo has gotten a lot lazier. Like, Yoimiya and Ayaka don't have any meaningful lore that I know of. That is quite literally exactly what drives people to get those characters. Like, at the end of the day, also, MiHoYo is, like, at the end of the day, the real big spenders of Genshin are the ones that build for Abyss teams and stuff like that. So why they... Like, the only person I know of that's gonna C6 someone like Kokomi is just C6. Just because it's his thing now, and the second he stops, he loses all of his epic clout. Yeah, that's the other thing I was gonna mention. I feel like at this point, there's already quite a lot of characters to try to hope to use all of them in a team. Like, the Spiral Abyss only requires you to have, two teams. By the end of the game, will there be any, like, Venti mains left? Rosemary main in Genshin Impact. I thought you were trying to say Rosaria for some reason. Just because you used to have her on your team. Honestly, MiHoYo had absolutely no right to make the Pyros to Hypostasis that difficult after adding one Hydro DPS character. It's so hard! I can't even do it in co-op with you! Honestly, Honkai sucks. I'm not afraid to say it. I don't like it. Or Honkai Impact. That's also an entire game, isn't it? You mean the sandbox mode of ULTRAKILL, or? Okay, but that's the end of the stage. I need to find the last water control valve. I'm not leaving without finding this secret. I think it's up there, though. Bruh. I swear there's another red door somewhere. I think I might need this skull to get it. I swear I found one before. Isn't it, like, through the blue door? It's like, yeah. And then you put the red there. Wait, this is where you get the red from, isn't it? Then it leads you back into this main area. But what if I go back? Okay, right. There we go. This is where I'm putting it. Oh. You mean holding down the charge attack button and then holding down the charge attack button and then holding down the charge attack button and then holding that. I swear, I can't find this last switch. Also, do you ever think there will come a point where pretty much everyone has all the standard characters C6? It's not supposed to be. Your phone will blow up. I don't know. It feels too much like a mobile game for me to really enjoy Honkai. And I've never played a good one. Every good mobile game was not originally designed for mobile except Plants vs. Zombies and Geometry Dash, which was also not originally designed for mobile, so just Plants vs. Zombies. Oh yeah, I forgot about Angry Birds, sorry. What was the other thing you said? Any game which had... Okay, you're also missing another one of my criteria. Any game which requires you to pay to remove ads, I instantly hate. But that's what I mean. Even Plants vs. Zombies now requires you to, so I don't like it so much anymore. But I think that they should just charge like $1 for the game instead. Okay, so apparently this is where the next one is. I don't know how I was supposed to find that, but I found it. I can't ignore. I hate that audio so much. No, but the guy's voice, it's like, I can't ignore you. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe the one I'm listening to is a remix or something, but in the one I always hear, the guy sounds like your uncle. Like, everyone's uncle sounds like that guy. Even, he sounds like a cooler version of my uncle, to be honest. I mean, like, his voice just sounds cooler, but it still sounds oddly old for what the song is. I mean, my uncle is also pretty cool. He bird watches. That's pretty neato. I'm not. Oh, I'm not allowing myself to get into any gacha games other than Genshin until Genshin is like done and done for with updates. Bro, I only have so much money. Plus, every other one I've tried kind of sucks compared to Genshin. Like, Genshin actually has something other to do than just gacha. And your mom. And also your mom. No! No! Really? All of them include almost the same system as Genshin. You need some energy to do a task. And then in order to get that energy, you need to pay for it. Alright, here we go. Now we can play the secret. Wait, also, first off, Spider-Man is now in Fortnite, guys. Anyways, the secret mission. Let's try level the secret mission of World 2. Wait, I found every secret in that level? I haven't even done that in a single level yet. Heavy steps, ragged what, is this like a... Now, is it like a text adventure game? There isn't much time left. It might already be too late. I mean, every single secret level has changed the game's, like, genre. The labyrinthine pathways of arbitrary sharp turns seemed stranger and stranger as panic blotted out the once deeply ingrained memories that usually guided me. Because the first mission was a horror game, the second one was a puzzle game, and then the third one is now this. Every corner felt a stranger. Every straight line too long. The bell tolls for me. I bit down harder on the last of my rations, held only by the skin of my teeth. It barely hung on as I kept frantically looking around, hoping that the few scraps of burning memory of mine to find a familiar sight that would lead me to salvation. The gates must be closing by now. The last few barely making it. The rest of us never stood a chance. Suddenly, from a blind spot, a figure struck me. There was no time to react before I came crashing down onto the cold, hard ground. I struggled to regain my senses, but to at last see what fate would befall me in my final moments. But even in this abyss of endless terror, my mind could never have imagined the horror I witnessed. Wait! It's a dating sim now? Why is the robot wearing an anime girl, schoolgirl outfit? Oof, ow, ouch, that stings. Are you okay? Well, I just got knocked over by some blind by choice bumhole who gave my skirt a decorative dirt coating, so in all hecking fantastic, though I'd prefer to not be on the ground right now. Sorry about being rude like that. I'm just real frustrated that I'm not only late for school, but also managed to get lost on the way there. Though by the looks of it, you're pretty much on the same boat, and by a stroke of once-in-a-lifetime luck, you just happened to bump into the prettiest girl in town. So how about you lead the way and get us both out of this jam? Actually, I'm lost too. Ah, just my luck. Though in retrospect, I guess you wouldn't be here with me right now if you weren't lost as well. Well, no point in crying over spilled blood. We might as well just wait for another student to come by and follow them instead. I'm Mirage. Mirage from Apex is now Pathfinder, also from Apex, and also wearing a schoolgirl outfit, which isn't from Apex. I'm Mirage. Don't bother telling me your name, though. I don't really care. You could do with being a bit nicer, only to people you just met. Yeah, well, you could do with a beatdown, so heck you. But yes, you're right. I don't really care about what you or anyone else thinks of me. I'm not interested in trying to be nice, just so you'll be in a good mood. Why not? If we're stuck in here together anyway, what's the point of making it worth it for both of us? What's the point of making it better? What's the point of even bothering to care? What's the point of anything at all? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I mean, really, take a moment to think about it. The human mind, in its complete vastness, is capable of recognizing its utter helplessness and uselessness in the face of inevitable and unavoidable non-existence, but is incapable of coming to terms with it. Well, this is a dating sim I'd like to try. We can only ever ignore it, hide from it, or temporarily escape from it, but the fact is that we are bound to the way of all things. Death is unavoidable, not only to us, but to all that exists or ever has existed. Every living being will eventually die out. Every speck of matter will eventually wither away and dissipate into entropy. Doesn't matter if you lived a good life or if you left a legacy behind. Doesn't matter if humanity survives for 1,000 years or dies out tomorrow. The end result is the same. The absolute nothing. Human intelligence is far beyond that of other animals, but it would be misguided to consider that a gift. All other beings have the gift of ignorance, of not understanding what we do. Our intelligence is not a gift, it's a flaw. Yo, man's got dog pog in the chat. It's an overextension of evolution. Intelligence, once a great feature in aeons past, continued to grow unchecked and unfiltered, and has since passed a threshold whereupon it is no longer a benefit, but an active danger to its host. Much like the Irish elk, a species of deer that through uncountable generations of evolution grew antlers so wide and vast that it could no longer run from predators, eventually leading to extinction. The human mind is an evolutionary maladaptation caused by going too far in a direction that was once beneficial and will sooner or later lead to our extinction. You know what this reminds me of? I'm gonna not forward the dialogue for a bit, and I'm gonna talk about something I learned today. There's like two theories about how the world could end. The heat death of the universe, which is that whenever you do something, it's only about 80% energy efficient. So about 20% of me waving my hand through the air, 20% of that energy went into like friction of the air and the noise as well. So 20% of the energy I put in is now bouncing around because energy can't be created or destroyed. So that energy is now sort of like waste energy, kind of like it's not really doing anything once it's been used. It's sort of just like bouncing around. So eventually the ratio of energy that we use actively to do things and energy that's just bouncing around will be 50-50, and therefore the amount of energy everywhere will be the same. But in order to do things, the amount of energy has to change. Like by moving my arm, it's gaining energy and then losing energy as it's being dissipated out into the air. So eventually there will be no energetic change, so everything will just stop. And the other one is the cold depth of the universe, which is where, since there is a center point of our universe, which is theorized to be where the Big Bang happened, and everything is spreading out from there slowly. And the theory goes that since stuff is going too far away, is going too fast for gravity to pull it back together, right? Like, it started out as all being in a single singularity and then exploded out, but gravity isn't strong enough to pull it back together ever again. So everything will just get farther and farther apart until eventually everything is so far apart that everything just stops. All the momentum that initial explosion had stops, and everything is just vast and empty with only a few non-moving, cold, frozen planets. Like, way far apart. On an individual level, it's already happening. Existential dread is already taking hold. Yeah, maybe with all this and all those theories I just spouted might be giving y'all some existential dread. I'm sure you felt it too. Yeah, I have. The pain and fear of being nothing, becoming nothing. More when I was a kid than now. The suffering of understanding that. We're unable to come to terms with it, so we hide from our own intelligence. We set limits. We stop ourselves from thinking deeply about what will happen when we die. We create distractions, like this game. We keep our minds busy with mundane activities and entertainment to stop ourselves from having to come face to face with the truth. We sublimate it. We transform our self-reflective suffering into another form, art, to keep it from consuming us. Anything to avoid the panic. But these ways are all simply temporary. They're just to push back the inevitable veil of helplessness and despair that would encompass and ruin us. In the end, nothing matters. There's no point in trying to find joy in life, for life in and of itself is suffering. Huh? You criticize those who consider our vast intelligence a gift, and yet you also misguide yourself to believe our meaninglessness is a curse. How could it not be? Nothing we do matters in the end, and that is precisely why we are not shackled by the burden of expectations, the fear of eternal judgment, or the failure to meet up to an arbitrary definition of what makes our limited time not wasted. Time cannot be wasted, because there is no greater purpose to life for simply living it. Like, exactly, like, at the end of the day, even if you do something really embarrassing and everyone hates you, eventually no one will remember it. But still, in that case, the meaninglessness of our actions draws to the same conclusion. There is no reason to act, for any action is simply a temporary fluctuation of will that will nevertheless lead to the same conclusion. Quite the contrary, because we have no greater purpose, we are free to set our own, to create self-defined goals for which to strive. For some it may be nothing, for some it may be pleasure, creation, improving the lives of others. It's because we have no greater purpose that time spent on goals set by oneself cannot be wasted. In the end, nothing matters, and therefore you have no reason not to do what you want, rather than whatever illusion of greater purpose is forced upon you by others, or even your own thoughts. I do understand what you mean. That doesn't ease my fear of the end. Even if I were to try and purpose, I would still be paralyzed by the thought of becoming nothing. And it is a thought worth fearing, for abandoning purpose, hope, choice, goals, pleasure, and will cannot make that thought disappear. The fear, however, can subside. Giving up is not accepting the end, it is simply accepting the fear of it. It is embracing despair rather than facing it. I see. Though as much as I'd like to embrace it, I am nevertheless stuck with that paralyzing existential panic. I understand it logically, and I know that there are no reason to live it. I developed a lisp from talking too much. There is no reason to live in apathy, but my emotional side refuses to listen. The fear persists, and I cannot motivate myself to seek purpose, despite knowing that I must. This is true. The emotional is not controlled by the logical, however they are interlinked. Just as the deepest, darkest depths of despair can overthrow reason and the logical, warping them to fit into that haze of depression, and so can reason influence and overpower emotion, regardless of how impenetrable its defenses may seem. By continuously forcing to subvert those creeping negative thoughts with the positive logical ones, the emotional mind will eventually, slowly, gradually start to shape to fit the logical. It's not an easy job. It is not a quick job. It will sometimes feel like an impossible job. It can be done. With an immense amount of time, effort, and energy, it will improve. can change. You can heal. And during the hardest times, when all seems lost and you want to give up, never forget. We will always love you. Oh, well, I'll be damned. Guess you got a good head on your shoulders after all. Why'd she become country? Heck, I'm impressed. Man, I feel like she would be country, though, like, based on the way her speaking mannerisms. Feel like I've just shed the weight of the world off my back. Or rather, you've done that for me. And honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You've given me a lot to think about, and while I'm sure I have a long and hard road ahead of me, I'm optimistic. For the first time in what feels like an eternity, I'm optimistic. Say, we're already way too late for school, and it's become quite clear that nobody's gonna lead us there. So how about you and I ditch that passion-draining penitentiary and go grab something to eat, eh? I've got nothing better to do today. You're paying, though. Oh, you sneaky fool. But alright, I do owe you anyway. What better time than to cash out your did a nice thing to a girl way out of my league coupon than now, eh? Was that the mission? All imperfect love song. Wait, it completes the mission also? Well, I mean, I have to go to school tomorrow for reasons. So I guess I'll just beat the boss now. Provided it's not. Oh, wait, what the heck? Yo, wait, is this like like a rail thing? Is this like a rail shooter? Court of the Corpse King. Yo, we're fighting Corpse from Minecraft. Actually, he doesn't even play Minecraft very often. Wait, there's something here. Secrets. What is this? It's a skull. I can snap it. I really like the way this claw looks. It's just so cool. So wait, are we gonna fight like V3 here or something? Oh wait, I actually needed to do that. I thought it was like a secret or something, but no. Go! Go! Go forward! That's not creepy. That doesn't make me afraid. Oh! Oh! That's a hand! That is a hand! And what's funny is that I randomly shot down there and it ended up like dealing damage to it. Okay. I mean, I suppose I could probably start with this thing, right? And I guess I'm supposed to like dodge left and right, up and down. Oh, so I get to keep going now? Hmm. There's a terminal here. Can I read his, like, diagram now? No, that's the thing I fought earlier. So I'm assuming he'll be this thing, right? Wait, oh, this thing is an enemy. The corpse of King Minos. Oh. Minos Prime is supposed to be that hard boss that the guy in chat warned me about. Once the great and beloved king of Lustlair, Minos has now been reduced to a shambling corpse. Is that what I'm fighting right now? Due to his incredible power of will and status as a just ruler in life, remembered even millennia after his death, the manifestation of his soul is the largest husk to have been recorded. Small traces of the original soul can still be detected in the body, but the corpse itself is animated and controlled by the snake-like parasites he once commanded. Despite once bringing upon the renaissance of the Lustlair, his corpse now only seeks sinners to punish. His large stature can be quite difficult to recover blood from him, but his hands are usually holding onto the walls of the arena, which can be used for refueling. Any weapon will work against an enemy this large, but melee and projectile parries make for a quick way to inflict grave damage. Okay, so we're going to want to be using this arm, mostly. Although it moves slowly, the black hole he summons is extremely dangerous and can't be destroyed. Good to know that there's a black hole. Although I suppose I don't really need to do that. There's not a door. I hate those clicks that I hear. I think it's me landing on the ground, though. Yeah, but it sounds like something is, like, approaching. Oh, I'm assuming that this is the arena. It's definitely the arena. The way I instantly died. Wait, that is my strongest weapon, and that is all that it does? Ooh, no! His hand! Give me health! What? No, wait, it's the black hole. How am I supposed to avoid that? He just actually punches you in the face. Look, the game does not want me up here. Boom. That was definitely cheesy, but I don't care. I did get him, though. Wait, are we going inside of his mouth now? Okay, so now we're moving on to gluttony, but I'm also going to end the stream for today. Tomorrow, I will not be in school due to reasoning that I don't really want to get into right now. But, so I guess I'll probably stream it during the day, but the other thing I need to do is apparently make this, this chat is too big. It is behind the gameplay, as you might be able to notice. Now let's just give this a quick test, or actually I feel like we have to like do something like that and see. All right, cool. So now the chat is in the right place. So, all right. That was a longer stream than I originally planned on. Actually, it was almost as long as the first one. So I guess calling it short Ultra Kill stream was probably wrong, but yeah. I'll catch you guys in the next stream tomorrow, and this will obviously be up on the VODs channel, and I'm going to make these into YouTube videos. All right. Bye, everybody.